Hello?
Okay.
You were too early. Ha 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 ha.
Damn it.
The first thing chat heard was Cole going, okay.
Hi, chat.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z, because Uni has put
Are
us
we
on
in
a
a
time
house?
limit. Yes, we are for some goddamn reason in a house. I don't know how we got here. Last
What?
time on Dragon Ball Z, we were going to sleep in about as we were watching a storm approach, and now we've been fucking chloroformed and kidnapped.
I see snowflakes. Are we like in a cozy ass cabin?
Apparently so.
Alright, so it's been 2 days since you guys left the forest temple. The other night is when Dunn had his dream about things happening elsewhere in the world that relate to his basically experience in Otari. Since that end though, a snowstorm basically has rolled into the area, and rather than risk it and taking shelter on the roads owed in your tents, you guys decide to pick up lodging in the first inn that you came across.
Fair enough.
So each of you have taken a longer rest and woken up the next morning. You are currently staying in what's known as the Breathtaker Inn that you came across late at night when just trudging down the road. And decided it was better to spend the night here and get an actual rest than trying to just sleep out in the snow in your tents.
Seems cozy enough.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Looking at your windows, Oz, you can tell it is morning as sunlight just is breaking through the cloud cover, but the snowstorm that is like moving in and showering this place has left it in like a very darkened state.
I see. Bless.
Bruce was just digging through my trash.
As dogs will do.
He's never done that before.
He smells the food you toss out, Uni.
It was like the
Why
butt
are you
of a
wasting-
tomato.
Why are you wasting food, Uni?
It's the butt of a tomato.
Why aren't you eating the butts of tomatoes, Uni?
I usually do, but this one was kind of rotten.
I mean, I also cut off the fucking stems of tomatoes.
Yeah.
Why are you eating a rotten tomato, Uni?
Because the top wasn't rotten.
Carmen, as you step out into the main hall, even at its morning, the place has been lit up with candlelight because, as I said, for most, it is still pretty dark going around. You can just pick up the scent of, like, freshly cooked food being made downstairs.
Neat.
Comida. Is this a balcony?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna jump off. I love how it's snowing inside.
Oh gosh.
Look, it's just representing the fact that there is less snow.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Different
that
top
me.
down looking through the roof.
Wait, I'm not trying to sit on the thing. Okay, there you go. Wait!
Oh.
I'm not trying to sit on there. Okay. Okay, we're good.
So I wasn't about to question what the other two were doing, as you were just slamming your face into a window by the looks of it for the most part.
I'm moving with the key, the mouse key, and
Just
I'm not
smashing your face up against it.
I honestly want to see
Where's
if
your
Dunn was
wig?
seeing something outside the window.
No, I was just getting a vision of the map. That's it.
Ah.
I was being very dumb. Oh, hold on.
Okay, Dunn is clearly disoriented. I pick up Dunn and just bring him along.
It's cold. We're usually sleepy and groggy.
Yes.
Carries Dunn like his luggage.
Oh gosh.
in.
Okay. You all take a seat at the table together.
Sit.
Looking around, you can see a few other of the guests who also woken up and are currently eating at breakfast. Each seem to have like some kind of large bowl of fresh soup in front of them with fresh bread. An armored man kind of like leans next to the main door, or kind of like just like scratching his chin and being like partly on guard but not really paying attention. Meanwhile, the host of the inn is busy preparing breakfasts for people who want to order some behind the bar.
I see.
Okay.
Do they have pancakes?
Scully, always after that bread.
Also, don't forget hero points.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, we kind of relied on those last time, didn't we?
Yeah, we burned through those a lot.
Yeah. Okay, we're good.
Hey, use them or lose them.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what they're there for.
So, how long do you think the storm is gonna continue for?
Dunn and Scully, with both your combined nature and survival knowledge. As you guys are somewhat in the middle of autumn, you are predicting that this is basically the winter snow for this region moving into the area. As for the actual storm, you're kind of on the fence. You're not sure. It hasn't like done anything malicious yet. Like, it is just a basic like high winds, heavy snow front. But something like is telling you both that like it kind of propped up too quickly, essentially.
Also, I would like to just appreciate the fact that, Bruce is here.
And speaking of dogs, Audrey just knocked over a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I believe you might have to start adding a second dog to the scenes.
Bonus dog.
Bonus pup.
They are remnants from Scully's past.
Scully is hallucinating dogs.
To answer your question, Scully, on food. Looking at the bar, you guys can see like a little chalkboard written up with some items that you can order. There's a basic porridge you can order, a mushroom soup that the people behind you are currently eating by the smell of it, with some fresh bread. Or you guys can order some fresh goose with cheese.
A whole goose,
Goose
huh?
and cheese.
Honk honk.
Okay.
How much goose is it? Like, is it a leg? A breast?
Probably a breast with some like cheese and herbs.
That sounds
Interesting.
really good, actually.
Meat
Yeah.
option.
Yeah, I'll take the meat option.
Take the bread.
Just the bread, nothing else.
Yes.
No porridge, no.
Okay,
There's
maybe a
no
bit of
dog.
goose. A bit of goose.
The
Just a bit.
innkeeper gives your table a nod and begins preparing. And she gets you guys some breakfast.
Yahoo.
Yay,
Yep.
comida.
So the storm is unnatural,
Uh,
is what I'm understanding.
It seemed to roll in a little
Really
too
fast.
quickly.
What is the season right now?
Autumn.
Middle of autumn.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a bit early, but I guess not impossible.
It's only early if you're not in the right climate for it.
It's
That's very true.
it shows all the signs of normalcy, but aside from how quickly it rolled in.
That is kind of weird. Is there any checks we could perform to like see if there's something funky going on?
Religion.
So
arcane.
I used your guys' base stuff and gave you basically like the answers that you would come to naturally with
Okay.
the high roll. Basically, nothing about the storm has done anything to make it seem like it isn't just a normal storm. Like, you know, it's not like, you know, crystals are falling from the sky, magic lightning is hitting everything.
It just approached too quickly.
Yeah, it's just a little weird.
it just formed too quickly, essentially. As for like, you know, climate-wise, like Dunn, who grew up here as well, you know that this region is very snowy, and basically winter and autumn does get like heavy snowfall a lot. But still, like, just how quickly the storm formed was a little strange.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
It seems
Should
the best
we-
thing... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna suggest maybe we ask the bartender just to see if this kind of like early snow is normal for this region.
We were just told that it is.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was
What
trying to figure out what the
Dunn was
dogs knocked over.
Fair. No, go ahead. If you need to step away, step away. Dunn
good.
mentions that it's like maybe the best course of action at the moment is just to wait it out.
That's fair. Just see what's going on, see if anything comes up.
And
And I mean, we get to hide in a cozy little inn. That's nice.
It's cozy until you can't.
I mean, that's fair.
It's cozy until you can't leave or until you learn that it's haunted.
I don't know. I don't think something being haunted is a turnoff for me.
I mean, you already know this place is haunted. You got two undead sitting right there.
Ah!
Okay, he has a point. He has a point.
I just hope for no more strange dreams.
Maybe I should make you a dream catcher.
Would Dunn have told the rest of the group about the dream that you had the other night?
He would probably... Yeah, he'd probably mention a bit of it.
We knew about Dunn's deal with the devil, right?
Demons.
Yes.
No,
the-
wait.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, I
so
told you
Dunn
about it.
wasn't allowed to originally tell you about it,
Yeah, I
but
remember.
because of time shenanigans and falsehood done by the remains of the wizard, I can't remember his name right now, but you basically got clued into what was going on, and therefore got to break that part of the deal. So Dunn can freely talk about his quote-unquote deal without being hurt anymore.
Ah,
So it was a demon, not a devil, right?
correct.
It was a devil.
Correct.
it was
Okay,
a devil.
I wasn't
Okay.
entirely sure.
Yeah, contract.
I did remember that one.
Right.
I did remember that correctly. Okay.
So, he does believe that the devil is dead because he no longer hears it mocking
Hell yeah.
him.
Hell yeah.
Though he is questioning how it's dead. He's so he has sneaking suspicions, but it also terrifies him to a certain prospect.
You have sneaking suspicions.
Snaking. Snaking.
I don't mind him. His brain is a little slow. His body is telling him to like sleep, even though he's very awake.
He's easy.
Yeah, it
let's
would
get some
normally
hot
be.
food, yeah, that should help fix things.
Yeah. I'm cold by nature, but more cold is just slow.
If anyone at any point checks the map to see where you guys are, you estimate even on horseback, you're probably about 2 weeks out from Breve at the moment.
Ah.
So you've been traveling for 5 days so far.
course, Carmen's probably like, I'm surprised you're cold sleeping next to this much floof, and just gestures at Teku.
Oh, no, see, she helps keeps me warm, but I'm certainly
Exactly.
not next to her.
Just hide in the warmth of the bosom. World hard and cold, titty soft and warm.
It's not even that. Just, she just pokes a finger into Teku's arm and it sinks about an inch before it actually touches flesh. That's floof.
Fluffy.
Floofy.
So, simply due to the fact that the storm appears to be normal, but that's just very superficially speaking. We don't know how long the storm will actually last then.
No. I mean,
And
can maybe Dunn do like a recall memory of how long storms normally last here? If he remembers.
Is there any kind of check that I could do to see if the storm just happened to be unnaturally fast, or is arcane and
So, with your knowledge on, like, with your nature and stuff, you know most, like, actual big snowstorms probably only last, like, a few hours, and then, like, the heavy snow front after that can last, like, 3 or 4 days. So, the heavy part of the storm is what pushed you guys into the inn. Looking at the window now, it looks like you're more than, like, just the mild snowfall.
Ah.
Ah,
But
So
so
technically speaking, the storm has passed.
Yes, the storm has passed. It's just how quickly it just basically came out of nowhere.
okay. I was misunderstanding.
I thought it was ongoing.
Yeah, I probably didn't explain it properly. I probably didn't explain it properly, is the thing. I apologize.
No, you're fine.
you're good.
But yeah, basically, a blizzard just came out of nowhere, forced you into the inn. You guys took the nicest sleep, and when you woke up, the remains of it is still here and will probably be going for the next few days if it's normal, like an actual one. But the actual blizzard part is, like, gone.
Okay. Would we
Fair
want to press forward in the snow?
Well, you're the most familiar with the area. Do you have any clue of what comes out during the snowfall?
Can I?
Yeah, just I'll ask for a roll to see. Give me a nature roll to see how Dunn is familiar with the area.
Literal?
Yep.
23.
So you guys are kind of in, like, a little bit of a mountain region, and basically to the north, running along the north of you is mountains, and then to the south is the coast. So, depending where you decide to hug more, if you're hugging the coast or the mountains, is what you're probably going to encounter along the way.
Mhm.
As for the actual cold, what could come out?
Mhm.
Animals might be a bit more, like, willing to attack people for food, depending how, like, bad it's gotten for, like, their own survival. Certain monsters, like yetis or something, might come out from the mountains to go hunting now, now that they've slept through summer. Basically doing a reverse hibernation where they sleep during the summer and then come out during winter.
Fair.
Also, basically anything like... Basically the tribal folk, essentially, depending how their own survival is going, so goblinoids and stuff, might be more willing to, like, raid the area if they're, like, haven't got a stockpile of food for the winter.
Okay.
Well, he
So,
just Got
Yeah, so you're not sure what you encounter, but if you were going to encounter something, that would be they're probably a bit more aggressive in their fighting because they're fighting for hunger rather than just trying to rob you, for example.
fair enough.
Uh,
We'll be encountering, if we encounter anything, it would most likely because they're hungry. They're probably starving at this point.
Yeah.
Or, just waking up and hungry.
fair enough. Sounds like we'd be dealing with the problem either way, so it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Fair.
I just noticed that Carmen is over encumbered.
Don't know why I
From
would
what?
be. I mean, I
Oh,
just
speaking
made
of
some stuff.
encumbered,
It
I
could
have
be
to
just
make
because
my
I
shit.
made some ammo, but I don't think ammo would take up that much room.
It's not room, it's weight.
That's what I mean.
Looks like you've just tipped over your capacity, so maybe just pop some of the stuff you're not using into your backpack. Rather than having... Because basically, if it's not in your backpack, the game counts it as you holding it in, like, your pockets and stuff.
I got you.
So... maybe just throw some of your ammo or stuff into your actual backpack and I might fix that.
Probably.
Also, I'm
There we
looking
go.
at stuff to make for today, and what do you guys think would be good for today? Like, what kind of potions? Or regents? Or
Probably lightning and fire, considering what we're dealing with.
Yeah, that's fair.
Any...
I brought fire snake at you now.
Any form of buffs, maybe? Might be nice.
Let me see. I have a cheetah's elixir. Ugh, you know what I'm saying.
Elixir.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wouldn't, either giving that to Taku or me, that wouldn't mind that.
Okay, I have those on the list. So right now I have Elixir of Life, moderate. Alchemist Fire, Bottled Lightning, Persifying Grenade, Blasting Stone, all moderate. Antidote Greater, Cheetah Elixir Greater, and Oil of Unlife, moderate.
I feel like maybe holding some of your regions just in case, because we don't know, I see you have antidotes and stuff like that. We don't know if we'll encounter anything that is,
Fair.
venomous.
I do
So,
appreciate...
how antidotes work is you drink them at the start of the day,
Ah,
and if you if you take any poison damage, it gives you a plus equal to its level against the roll for saving throws.
Ah!
That is interesting.
So if she has like a level 3 antidote, for example, and you guys drink that, for the rest of the day you get plus 3 to saving throws against poison damage.
fair enough.
Also,
Then-
it's been a while since I've watched, other Pathfinder people
Yeah, it's
play,
been a while.
but can't you make them on the fly?
So she can if she has regions for it, but
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I saved some regions for today. Also, could I roll to create some permanent Oil of Unlives?
sure.
Yeah, I imagine you're running low. 'cause of
I am
the-
out.
Yeah.
So craft, roll.
I'll tell you exactly how many I have. I have 4.
So this is a success, but it's not a critical, right?
Correct.
So
You
Full
could
cost.
make it a critical if you use your hero point.
nah. Full cost and craft. And there you go. Now we have some of these, and now I am encumbered.
And just go ahead and put some stuff in your backpack that you aren't going to be mainly pulling to hand.
But now we have some more stuff just in case. I haven't used my flamethrower in a while. I'm gonna have to use my flamethrower today.
I mean, it might be very helpful if we run into ice.
That's what I was thinking, because I remember I used a warming potion against ice, and I was checking my recipes and I didn't have it, and I realized, oh yeah, I picked up that potion. I didn't make it.
What is a warming potion?
Remember when we had to deal with like that elemental that like froze the area?
Oh
It,
yeah.
It's what let me get close to it without taking frost damage.
Ah, fair enough.
Basically, it gave her resistance to cold damage, which allowed her to, you know, stand in the fucking circle without being hurt.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Well, you guys discussing what your plans are for today, and Scully begins doing some alchemy on the table. You hear a bit of shouting coming from outside.
Oh.
The man at the door looks out, kind of like sits up, looks out the window, he like rubs the glass to be able to like peer through properly, before letting a little bit of a sigh and just walks outside.
Oh.
Oh. I saw two people.
Well, yeah,
Or
what
I
did,
did
close
too.
the door.
I was gonna say, what did we see when the door opened?
You could see the stables outside where you were keeping your horses, and some of the stable hands and people who are outside working in the outside of the inn. They seem to be kind of like gathered and looking off like towards the entrance to the inn.
Huh.
So it looks like there's a commotion going on outside.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind being nosy.
I guess we don't really have much else to do.
Carmen, as you look outside, you see a group of people standing by the stables, kind of like watching as the two guards from the inn kind of like standing side by side, watching as a group of bugbear are kind of like approaching from the storm.
I'm gonna step outside. God dang it.
I will follow.
Oh.
You hear a voice telling you to shut the door down.
Oh, sorry. Yep, sorry.
You're fine. Oh god.
Scully is also stepping outside.
I got stuck on the door. Oh god, there's a commotion.
You watch as one of the bugbears, who's kind of like heavily wrapped in like furs and stuff, kind of approaches. The guy kind of puts out a hand and just tells him to like, basically like, what do you want? And the bugbear's just like, we've just come for some food. We don't want trouble.
And you know, if they're paying customers, it's not really my business to judge.
Yeah.
The guys kind of like look at each other, and then one's just like, do you have anything for this food? The bugbear kind of like goes into his pockets and just like starts pulling out anything he has. You see like scraps of bone and like twigs and stuff, and he just kind of like tries to offer those.
How much is for food? Do we know?
You guys spent the night for essentially like 2 gold each, or
Okay.
2 gold for the room, and then that covered food as well.
Huh.
But yeah, depending how much you're asking for.
Right.
Anything special about the items, Scully?
Can I roll for that?
Sure, you can do a crafting.
Crafting. Doo-doo-doo. So this should be a guaranteed hit.
I don't say that because that's when you roll 1.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Never
That's
jinx
true.
yourself.
You know what?
That
That's
was an
true.
18 for a 38.
Yep. Looking at it, you see that like, while they kind of just look like basic bones and twigs and stuff, they're actually crafted into a bunch of different like tools. So for like more, so basically like the bones he's kind of offering actually could be put together to make essentially wood crafting tools, for example, for shaping wood. So they're actually
Kinda good.
pretty good for what they are, but they are basic bone tools rather than, you know, steel or iron. so not many people would see the value in it.
Would I be able to know, like, the relative value?
You would think that a set of bone tools would probably go for like 10 gold.
Bad?
That's pretty
The
good.
right person, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but it depends on the innkeeper to determine if they want that value or not.
True.
Exactly.
Gunn waits to see the reaction of the guards, and he'll only step in if he thinks that things are gonna get hostile.
The guards are kind of just like looking at each other, not really sure what to do. Eventually, one like takes the bone tools, and begins to like head over here to this man. They're kind of like examining the tools. He picks up like one of the fucking like essentially like carving shivs that allow you to like you could use to turn like wood into like small objects and stuff. So basically, it's like wood carving tools essentially, rather than like you know. So not carpentry, but like actual like small object wood carving tools.
Like sculpting.
Yep.
Or whittling.
He looks at it for a bit. Yep, that's it. Whittling, that's the word. Eventually gives a nod. The guard comes back over and is just like, alright, we can do a trade. Come with me. And you watch as they head over to the back of the inn.
Oh, problem solved then.
I'll follow just to make sure that, you know, things don't get out of hand.
I feel like
Yeah.
there's.
Yeah.
Stay here at the front.
As you come around Teku, you see him opening up what looks like some kind of storage shed. Oh, swings it open and you can see like basically the in supply of like grains and things. Walks in, grabs a bag and then hands it to the bugbear. They kind of like somewhat seem to be like talking, but you're distance you can't hear what they say, but eventually the guard points and the bugbear turns around kind of defeated and walks off with the bag of goods.
Ah.
I guess we didn't make the sale.
I mean,
No, they did. It's just
Right.
probably not as much as they probably would have liked.
Oh, that's true.
As he walks past you, Teku, you see he's just basically carrying like, it's a large sack, but it mostly looks like just a bag of oats, essentially.
Oats.
Ah, he probably wanted meat.
Just food.
Food is food is food.
Omida.
Yeah.
And you watch as they kind of like look at the bag and then shuffle off down the road again.
fair enough. Okay.
I guess we just go back.
Yup.
Wait.
Unless you got any other ideas.
I mean, it's not like we want to chase the bears.
The bugbears, yeah.
The bugbears.
There we go.
I am now in Dunn's circle.
I mean, I was gonna say, I hope you guys close the door.
I did.
We let all the cold air in.
All the cold air out. Sorry, all the hot air out.
Yes.
Has that food arrived?
Yes.
Yeah, she gave her on over earlier.
Ah, okay.
Teku was eating before, you know, the commotion started.
I didn't even realize you were eating already.
Nom 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 Munch, 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 munch.
Alright, so did we want to press forward?
Well,
Yeah.
it's our only option aside from just waiting out the storm.
Do we have like a danger level indicator?
Nope, but looking at the map, you can see you've kind of got two ways you can go. So you can continue along this path, which kind of hugs the side of the mountain and wraps around. Your other option is to go through, so basically there's a twin peak essentially, so two mountains that kind of almost touch, and you can go follow a road over the mountain that goes in between these two mountains.
Okay.
So the one that hugs the coast is basically known as, look at the road as basically kind of the main road, but the one that goes through the two peaks is known as the Breathtaker Trail, which is also known as the name of this inn that you're saying is the Breathtaker Inn.
Ah.
So it seems more like the scenic route, essentially.
I don't know.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna choose to believe that that's just a name because it's the scenic route and not because a lot of people take their final breath on it.
I imagine if we go
You know, tomato. Words can mean two things.
That is true, they can. I imagine
It can be very pretty, and also everyone dies there.
And be both?
At once.
I imagine if we go through the mountain path, we might encounter stuff like Yetis.
Yeti. The abominable snowman.
I don't know how ready I want to deal with Yetis.
They're gotta be weak to fire, right?
It's just a Yeti.
I have the
just
flamethrower.
He's just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
They are very fluffy and prefer snowy conditions, so I assume they don't like hot.
Yes. I will burn them to a crisp.
So, no matter what you guys want. Good for either path.
Down for some.
Good, whatever gets us to the destination quicker.
Well,
Down
that's
for an abominable snowman.
well, that's a set of words. Which path is quicker?
Fair enough.
That's a good question.
Do we know, Blue? Which path is quicker?
So with your nature and also survival, so being able to read the map and stuff you have, because the main road wraps around the mountain, it will probably take a bit longer than going over the mountain, but that's also not taking into like the weather into account.
Right.
If
Also
for some
not-
reason a blizzard fucking hits you guys again, it might slow you back to a crawl.
Do we have rations just in case we get stranded?
Yes, we do.
I think you guys have like months of food on you, don't you?
Yeah,
I think we
okay.
do.
We will
Pretty
survive
much.
the winter.
Also-
Follow-up statement. That may be true that, the main road goes around the mountain and therefore is slower, but that doesn't account for encounters.
Yes.
Yep.
I think they're going to happen either way, so do we want things that are going to happen out in the open where we're a bit easier to spot them, or do we want to deal with mountain ambush?
That's a good point.
Hmm.
I know that we're heading Bream on my sake. I do not mind taking it slow.
I'd say
Alright.
taking the safest route is our best goal. Or,
In this weather,
far
most
as we
likely.
yeah. Just so we don't get stranded, and freeze to death.
Main road it is, then.
Yeah. Yes, Ren?
Just in case, I will ask the inn lady if we could buy some firewood.
Good idea.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually really smart, so we don't have to.
Most of the ones we'd find would probably be wet.
Fair enough. If she has any spare firewood that we could buy.
Yep, she brings you out the back behind the, basically into the kitchen area.
Mhm.
And you see, like, big pile of, like, firewood that's been set up, basically, like, last until the end of winter by the looks of it.
Mhm.
And she offers you, essentially, like, a big bag of it for 5 silver.
Okay.
That's
We'll take it
that's
back.
perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Put it in our party stash.
Yeah.
Okay, we shouldn't freeze to death.
I mean, we can even take it from the party
While she's
stash.
just in there with you, Teku, she's like kind of curious about you guys, so she asks you where you're going and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I have handed over the
Bream.
5 silver. We are headed to Bream.
Oh, you. Okay. I took it out of the party stash, but I'll add it
Oh.
back.
Oh, that's right. We have money in the party.
Yeah.
Yes.
For that usual reason, yeah.
She asks if you're going to go through the breathtaker or are you going around.
We're thinking of going around. Less likely to get ambushed by wildlife.
You won't get ambushed on the mountain. Just because it's a scenic route doesn't mean it's not well patrolled.
Oh.
I see.
It's comforting. What about animals?
A bit of fire can chase off any wolf that might get curious in you guys.
Fair.
Fair, fair.
Good to know. What do you guys think?
Well, we don't know this knowledge. She's talking.
Oh,
to
that's
Tex.
true. That's true.
Any particular reason you're asking or persuading me to take the scenic route?
I mean, it's kind of my job.
Oh?
Explain.
Well, this is the Breathtaker Inn. We're kind of the base camp for people who go over the mountain, who go through the Breathtaker, essentially. And we have a twin lodge on the other side that I highly recommend you stay at when you get through it.
Well, that makes
Fair
sense.
enough. Fair enough. Business be
Mhm.
business.
Business is business indeed. Well, I suppose we might go through the Breathtaker then.
Trust me, you won't forget the view when you're up there.
Okay.
I guess you could say, oh, I'm not here, but I guess you could say it takes our breath away. I'm not here. Scully just spoken into Teku's mind.
Internal mental groan. Anything in particular we should be on the lookout for? Especially since we'll be traveling through the snow.
Just be careful going off the track because you don't want to walk into any traps or anything out there set up by hunters.
Understood. Well, if we take the Breathtaker, we'll make sure to let the other inn know that you sent us.
I hope you have safe passage to Bream.
Thank you. I will pick up the wood and, you know, obviously I gave her the money and I will return to my team.
Discuss what you found out.
Yeah. Hey guys, as it turns out, the Breathtaker is apparently just as safe of a path.
Well, that's comforting.
Alright.
Huh. Oh, does that change?
Do we want to change it? Yeah.
If it's well guarded, that probably means that most wildlife is persuaded away from it.
Yeah.
Yep. She said there was plenty of patrol, and that if there is wildlife, it can probably be chased off with some fire.
Fire.
If you really want to do it, I don't much care.
Okay with
Huh?
that then.
I'm okay with that. It's comforting to know it's not as dangerous, or not super dangerous at least.
Fair enough.
Perhaps we get to experience why it's called the Breathtaker?
Indeed.
Shall we beef off?
Was told we won't forget the view, and that they also have another inn on the other side of the mountain.
That's actually probably reassuring. Just in case if it gets too rough, we can know that we will eventually find another inn.
Yeah.
That we can run to in case. Alright then,
Yeah.
I'm down for
I've added 5 days of firewood to your inventory.
Nice.
Yay!
Alright, sounds like a plan.
And as you probably see, you're very overcomfort now because of it.
I shoved it into my spacious pouch.
Added to the
That
party loot. That too.
or shove it into the party loot. Actually, I will add it to the party loot.
Oh, the dog
is barking. The dog is
The
barking.
dog is barking!
The dog realized
Oh.
that the bag of bones is walking away.
The guard goes and sees that everything's on fire. The bugbears have returned with a vengeance.
Close the door for now.
Where's Deku?
Teku?
I was putting the firewood in the party loot.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Wait, which direction are we going?
We'll probably
We
be
have-
I assume we'll
moved back.
be switching map
Yeah.
Yeah.
anyway.
I've got everyone's horses in the thing for you.
Horses.
I forget, we also have horses.
I see ya.
Yeah, there's my skeleton horse. Onward, my noble steed. It's so
Alright.
funny seeing the little Marshall's aura pop up whenever Dunn gets closer. Like, yes, child, you are safe.
You have no fear.
You have no fear. Or Dunn is here.
Okay, can I get either a survival or nature roll, please?
I will do survival.
I will do nature.
I am only trained in survival.
Okay, I think Dunn knows more.
Okay,
Oh.
Scully succeeded and critically succeeded.
Is that we're all doing a survival or nature's roll, or
No, we're just group.
ah?
So 2 is enough. Okay, so walking through heavy snow. Okay, so with your rolls, you'll be able to keep a regular pace while traveling thanks to the credit that Dunn got.
Yay.
If the blizzard does pick up, with your rolls, you'll be able to tell ahead of time and be able to make the decision to then find shelter, so you won't be caught in the blizzard if it picks up
Yay.
again.
That's good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
just to let you know, for every hour you're trapped in a blizzard without shelter, you take 2d6 cold damage.
Ooh.
Alright.
Goody.
Alright, Scully, here's what you do.
Yes.
We start cutting snow into bricks.
Okay.
And then we dig down and we slowly mount the bricks upwards into an igloo.
Okay. Got it. Scully gets to doing that literally right now.
No.
Don't need to do it right now.
Alright, Scully immediately gets off the horse and spends the next few hours making an igloo outside the inn.
No. We
Do you want to build an igloo?
We stop Scully before they even start making.
Grab them by the scruff of their coat. Get on the horse.
Alright, you guys begin to wander up the side of the cliff. As said by the inn, you find that the road actually is like... It's not as big as the main road you guys were just on, but it is like well walked enough for there to be an actual trail for you guys to follow. You also find plenty of signage and like markers that essentially like every so often being like 100 kilometers to the top, or and then 50 kilometers to the top, that kind of stuff.
And then there's the weird one that says, so many feet to the top, and we all stop and wonder, what the fuck is a foot?
Why are they
stuck with it?
Look, this game is built on 5 foot, 10 foot fucking spells, so I'm pretty sure they use the make-believe system of America rather than, actual kilometers.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's a foot?
You know exactly
right.
what feet are.
No one knows what a feet are. Everyone has 4 sets of hands instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear you walk on them.
Yep.
We use real measurements. I don't know what a foot is as a measurement.
Don't you know, everyone has 16 fingers and 4 thumbs.
Yes.
Exactly.
Basic knowledge. Get with the program.
Yep.
But yeah. Eventually, though, you guys see a large sign basically telling you you're at the top of the mountain and at what is known as the crossing. And there's a lot of warning signs being like, watch your step.
How's the view?
Okay, let's be careful.
You'll see it in a second.
Doom, 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 doom.
Oh.
I don't trust that bridge.
Same.
That bridge is waiting for a poor soul.
Let's see. Ooh, very nice.
It is.
It is very nice.
You say it's waiting for a poor soul. I feel like it's taken a few already.
Yeah. That's very possible.
As long as we take it slow, we'll be fine.
Correct.
Okay.
Also, people seem to use this path often, so...
With that said, I am seeing some safety ropes have been... They've seen better days.
For all we know, that just might just be art of the map.
Nah, fair.
But remember, Blue thinks these things through.
Blue is also very limited to an art budget of what he gets offline.
Yes.
Yeah.
So...
Well, you see, what we could do
I pay
is we could-
$5. I pay $5 a month for an extensive library of maps, but also, it's whatever the artist decides to draw at the time.
Fair.
I
Not
know.
exactly.
Well, you
not
see-
exactly what he imagines.
Well, you see, what we could do is we could ask our local other artist who went to school to study mountains to do topology for us.
Topology is deceptively complicated. Oh my god, there are like inches
you-
and tricks you can
No,
use.
Cease, I am willing to get into this with you on another stream, but you put us on a time limit.
You're correct. Okay, I'll shut up.
Anyways, walk forward.
Anyways, as you approach, one of the guards kind of like signals to you, and basically like, we recommend one at a time, and for you to dismount your horse and bring it across with you, rather than trying to ride across.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Works for me.
Sounds good.
Yeah, who is going first?
I'll go first.
Oh,
I'm the
okay.
lightest, so. Cute.
Alright. Roll acrobatics as you fall to your death.
Does she actually have to roll acrobatics?
No. But as you start crossing over like this incline where the two mountain peaks are kind of like grabbing each other like two rocky hands, you're kind of like leading your skeleton horse across, taking your time so not to fall. When you suddenly hear shouting ahead of you, as you hear the guards on the other side yelling out, one at a time! Wait, stop! As approaching you from the other side of the bridge, you see 3 individuals just making their way along, with no regard.
Oh no.
Hi. Could you guys wait for me to cross, please? Please?
Scully
As
returns.
they approach, you are greeted by this quite tall man, and he has a reptilian face, but you can't tell if he's some kind of serpent creature or some kind of like Wyverian mutant in some weird way.
Oh no.
His scales are also like half white and half black, and kind of have like a weird burn mark, like picture to them, like he's been horribly frostbitten in the past.
Hi.
As he approaches and kind of like begins to get closer to you, Scully, he just gives you this large, like jagged, toothy grin, as his teeth look more like needles than actual teeth.
Ollie just
Have
sort
you
of like
come-
smiles back.
Have you come to chat with us?
What?
Is there any checks you can do to see about that?
To figure out what the hell's going on?
He kind of just chuckles a little bit at your like reaction. Come now. Well, why else would an undead be here on such an occasion such as this?
I mean, yeah, I'm just here with some friends.
I'm
We're
guessing
just
Scully's
flying
the only
across the
one who
mountain.
has access to this conversation.
You guys can see that 3 individuals have also just like crossed onto this like rock formation and basically met Scully in the middle of it. The guards are kind of like not sure what to do because, as they said, take it one at a time and slow, and now there's 4 people standing out there in the middle.
Scully, could you please come back here?
Working on it.
Would you kindly?
Gonna just back up. Okay, I'm on solid ground.
As you're backing up, he just smiles as he's watching you walk back. You then watch as he steps out basically onto the very edge, and like the guards are like, "Oh god, a jumper."
Oh no!
The strange reptilian man then raises a large staff, which has what looks like a lantern of some sort on the top of it, and it begins to let out this like eerie green glow. As he then begins to
I'm gonna
kind
roll
of let out this
Arcana.
gurgling roar. It begins to get this gurgling roar that echoes throughout the valley. Almost in this weird, like, soothsaying song, is the best way to put it.
I like that.
I feel like both rolling an Arcana and a religion, I'm gonna be honest.
Nature? If,
Can I
is
do
that gonna
a couple
cause an
twos?
avalanche? Can roll nature or survival?
Oh man, that is
You
a
can roll
nice
whatever you
score I
prefer.
rolled.
Sorry, I didn't get to hear Blue.
You can roll
You
whatever
can roll if you like.
prefer.
What do you think might be relevant?
He's not gonna cause an avalanche, is he?
We're at the top, so...
The way he is speaking and how loud it is, like, vibrating from his throat, that it's a high possibility it might result in an avalanche. If that's his
Oh.
goal, you're not sure.
Oh no.
As for the rest of you, you kind of have no clue what's going on. Scully,
Yeah.
as you're watching this, you begin to like see particular gestures he's making with his hand that you recognize from like old occult books that you read back in the day,
Right.
and a lot of them are symbols of like the Draconic Order, essentially. You figure this guy might be a dragon cultist of some sort.
A dragon cultist.
Out of character, or I guess also in character, how long ago was the event with darkness?
15 years ago.
Ooh.
To
Oh,
this day?
Okay.
Not to this day, but
Okay.
it's been roughly 15 years ago. I think it's 14 and a bit, essentially. So almost
Okay.
15.
Okay, so I was just like, did we accidentally stumble upon an obscure cultist holiday?
I think that's exactly what happened.
Does anyone speak Draconic?
yes,
I think I do.
I do too.
Yeah, I feel like you do. Yeah, I speak Draconic.
So do I.
Alright, Scully and anyone else who hears it, the chanting as it kind of like hums out across the valley is in like a very old version of Draconic. So, not like, an ancient version of it type thing from like years ago, but like, thing of like English when it was still like when it was mostly part French, essentially.
Fair enough.
The fuck?
That's such a good way to describe it. Oh my god.
But as he is speaking, you pick up every so few words, and he is mostly chanting the eyes of something called the Blight Frost.
We might want to stop him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we recognize it.
Dunn kind of says out loud, he's trying to conjure something called the Blight Frost?
It doesn't sound good.
It does not. The word blight really does not sound good.
Scheiße.
Would that be Arcana or Occultism to know what the fuck the Blight Frost is?
I will say nothing. You will not know what this is.
Oh.
Okay.
It just does not sound good. Do the guards take notice, or like?
They are definitely like drawing their bows when they hear you being like, he's basically doing like, when you basically like he's conjuring something, they start like drawing their bows.
Don't trust like that.
Fair.
I don't have range options.
As the guy like,
Can I check an alchemist fire?
he's letting out, as he's letting out this like loud hum, he kind of like looks over in your direction, Scully, and gives you another like big toothy grin. And then you watch him take a step forward and goes right off the cliff.
Oh god.
Oh, son of a...
That solved that problem, right, guys?
No!
No?
I think that completed that
I doubt it.
problem.
Oh no.
Son of a...
Suddenly, the two figures that are beside him kind of like turn to face you guys, and you realize like the way they're kind of slumped and not really like, being very mobile in their own stuff, you realize that they're both undead zombinoids of some variant.
Oh god.
Done with your high perception.
Uh-huh.
You also hear like the cracking of twigs and stuff, and as you turn around, you see a few more coming up from behind.
Oh, goddamn.
We're surrounded!
And we will roll initiative.
Let's
Fair
do
enough.
this. Boom, 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 boom. Also, no foundry issues today.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yay.
Before we roll initiative, can I, shout out to the guards on the other side to check their surroundings just to make sure that, they aren't also being ambushed?
Okay, give me 1 second.
Holy shit, I succeeded. Rare W.
Yeah.
Destabilized timeline. Success.
Roll the 1.
Oh, no.
It's not just on initiative, so it's like, whatever.
Fair enough.
I rolled a 1, I rolled a run, I rolled a 1. Fuck!
What does your human bard do? Active perception. Nat 20. Let's fucking go.
Of course you do. Short, motherfucker. Nobody likes you. Short.
Why is it such a catchy song?
It is a very catchy song. Where's my tablet pen?
Sorry about that. For some reason, deleted the zombies from my thing.
Oh no, you're.
Yeah, it was just like, where'd they go?
Yeah, I was wondering where they
Self-destructed.
went to.
Like, the tokens were there, but it was like, there's no character sheet linked to these actors. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? And when I went to look, their character sheet just didn't exist.
Oh.
Huh.
Was it linked to the guy that jumped?
It should have been their own thing.
Ah.
Man. Still being a bit weird.
You're fine.
There we go. And then fall in the back.
Need darker color than
What are you drawing?
that. I'm doing some thumbnails for commissioning.
Yeah.
Commissions.
Okay, Tekel, you get to start us off.
Hooray.
Oh wow!
Incredible!
I
A rare tech
succeed-
you start.
I
Yeah.
succeeded in destabilizing the timeline. I will move forward to protect Scully.
Thank you.
For whatever reason, I don't have a shield out, so I'll pull out the Fortress Shield. And I will raise the shield to stop them in their
Okay,
tracks.
ping's working.
Yay!
Oh, Bings! Nice!
So that was 1 to move, 1 to draw, 1 to race. So
Alright. Done, your turn.
I'm going to take the opposite approach. And actually start this way. How far did I... Wait, so I was next to Carmen, right?
yep.
Yes.
And I have a movement of,
25
25?
per.
Roller, please.
Man, this song is ominous.
Yes. Very.
I think here's 25. I believe that was 25. It's saying 55, but I know 25. Okay, it was 25.
Where you were, yeah, it was only 25.
Yeah, it's just telling me I moved back and forth too much.
Are we at
And
risk
then-
of falling?
Yes.
Or the bridge breaking?
I don't know about that
I'm
one, but
assuming
falling
yes.
is definitely yes.
Yeah.
Dun's going to rage, and he's going to only get one size bigger, so I think I can do that. on myself.
So I'll say this guy, when you walked across it with your horse, it wasn't like, cracking or anything like that. It just felt like solid ground. So you don't feel like it's just going to suddenly collapse out of nowhere, but if a zombie suddenly shoves you off the cliff,
Will probably hurt.
it'll probably hurt.
Understood.
Are you growing for that, Ninja?
Yes, I'm gonna do one size. I'm gonna do not the rage enlargement, but the armor enlarge.
Alright.
Can I drag that onto myself? Okay, you got it. Thank you.
Oh man,
I
I'm
had
still like
screaming at everyone when I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Look, it's just a few error messages that pops up. They don't really do anything to
They're not
deter our
really
game.
interfering.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
more
that's
just
hard.
the fact it kind of lags everyone by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's alright. You've done nothing wrong in your life, ever.
I feel like I've done plenty wrong in my life. Anyways, that's my turn.
Okay. First zombie one begins to approach you, Dan.
Oh wait, it moved into my.
Yes,
Does
it
it?
did. Yes, it does.
Yep.
Team opportunity?
Yeah, opportunity. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna smack this zombie.
Schmack, schmack.
If I can take it out before it hits me.
No.
Smack. Ooh! Crit?
That's a crit.
Yes!
It's a zombie. I wouldn't expect it to have much in the way of DC.
It might have a lot of health, though.
Yeah.
Either that or it has that thing where it's so long as it doesn't roll a 1, it continues to get up.
Ooh. That would be frustrating.
It is!
Okay. Dan, because you slapped him in melee range, as your blade crosses across it, these black ice shards suddenly burst out of its body and spray out against you.
Oh,
These are
I need to
ice
make
zombies.
I need to make a fortitude save, please.
fair enough.
Alright, you successfully move away from any of the crystals and don't get touched by them.
Nice.
Okay. It is going to take a swing at you. It will miss with its first attack. And it will then go in for a bite. Also missing.
If Dunn does get bitten and zombification rules are in place, how does that work for Dunn?
Wouldn't that be like a disease and I resist that?
The next one walks over and
Yeah.
begins to just
Yeah.
cough and hack a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And you watch as this black mist, like smoke, begins to bubble out of its mouth until it just sprays it over you, Dunn.
Oh, lovely.
Dust of unlife.
Nasty.
So,
Where's my Elden Ring rejection when I need it?
Okay, I wasn't the only one thinking Elden Ring with these things.
No, to be fair, it's the fact that they're right on a cliff and I just want to walk between them, go rejection, and see them both fly out in both directions.
Yeet!
Don't you have that wind?
my
friend?
God.
Oh, I do!
That'd be a quick way to get rid of him.
There we go, that's what I wanted.
Oh,
Dunn,
blinded.
while you're in this black smoke and it's like concealing your face a little bit and causing so you can't see properly, you've become blinded.
Oh shit.
Alright, the guard is going to pull out its bow and take a shot at one of the ones on the bridge. No, she's not.
She wasn't ready.
No, she's not.
She was very unready.
She was very unready.
Well, who just expects zombies to just show up?
I mean, to be fair, she
Even in
also
a world like this.
like she just watched someone jump down.
Yeah.
Did Dunn by any chance warn about the reaction to these zombies being attacked?
Sure.
I will say because Dunn didn't, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'm
fair.
about to reactive strike.
Alright. You may take us. That will hit. Alright, he'll take 16 damage, and as you kind of crack him with your staff, where you hit, this like burst of black crystals just shoot out over you.
Ooh.
Fortitude, please.
You got it, boss.
I don't like these things.
A regular success.
You
Take
will
half
take
damage.
half damage. So you'll take.
6 damage.
Yep, there we go.
The fuck was that? Watch out with Millie.
He'll then take 2 swings at you.
Ugh.
A hit.
I will attempt to disarming block.
Alright.
Shit. There we
you go.
go.
It's very spooky.
It is very spooky. I love it.
Success. He'll try to hit you again and critically miss.
Hey!
Loser.
Nice.
Carmen.
In there. Take aim at this dude, scan, and we'll start blasting him.
Okay, 16 damage.
There we are.
That's a crit. He failed. He'll be stunned.
Nice.
Ooh.
He is immune to being frightened, though. Because he is a zombie and therefore does not understand what fear is.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yep, that would be my turn.
Scully.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a. I'm trying to think. I don't want to leave Teku behind, but I am gonna keep hiding behind her.
Yes, good. That's kind of the point.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and load up Chill Pill with a Alchemist Fire. So that's one turn.
You staying behind her prevents her from being,
Flat-footed.
what's it called? Yeah,
Yeah.
flat-footed.
So now I am going to strike. Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
crit. Damn.
Crit.
There you go. Use your flamethrower like this. It's very effective, I promise.
No.
I mean, it is actually very effective.
But I'm not using it on these guys. So
Alright.
that's going to be crit and crit.
Okay, so... Oh. Did twice. Fortitude save. He succeeded, so he's not going to be stunned, or whatever it was. But he will take a ton of fire damage.
Yeah. Good.
And this one will also get splashed as well. Alright.
And then I'm just gonna chuck a regular alchemist fire at him, just like with my hand, because I'm pretty close.
Another crit.
Also crit.
Oh my
That was a
god!
19, I think. Yep, that was
Jesus.
a 20.
Good job, Scully.
Yay!
Okay, so...
Is he dead? No.
Very close to it.
He's
no.
almost dead.
Oh wait, he might. No wait, no. That was max damage.
Yeah.
He might burn to death on his turn, though.
Yep.
And that's
Alright.
my actions.
Right. Zombies on the left's turn. They will wander up and continue to beat on Dunn.
I'm sorry, Dun.
That's fine.
Hey,
That's a crit.
They rolled a net 20.
You're dead.
and critical.
I mean, if that's gonna be its crit damage, though, I think you're okay. That was only like 32.
Yeah.
As opposed to the usual
All
50
right.
you take.
Yeah?
Scully,
Yes, and-
this zombie wanders over as Teku is fighting off one with its shield. It wanders past her and then lunges at you, grabbing hold of you.
No!
Oh no.
Bitch!
As it does, your mind is then suddenly assaulted with images. You see a completely frozen peak on a mountain somewhere, just completely drenched in ice. Suddenly you see like close up of all these people who have been like frozen in complete ice. Once alive, now just sculptures, is scattering this place. A large red tree with crimson leaves littering the place with its branches stands over the mouth of an open cave. And inside, you see two glowing blue eyes staring back at you, telling you to kneel.
No,
I need
thank
a
you.
wisdom save from you, please.
Damn. Wisdom, right?
Will
Oh.
save. $33. You fight off the voice and push the zombie away. But you feel like the grip of the creature on your mind is still there for a moment.
Ooh. Not a fan. Definitely not a fan of that. Whatever that was.
Seeing as more of them are in the back, this soldier's going to run up and draw her sword and attack.
If she didn't see the thing that happened to me, I definitely yelled out what happened to me.
It's okay, she missed anyway. These guys, I can't roll well with an NPC apparently, even at like a plus 20.
Evidently.
Oh. Okay, it will attack the guard. Dealing 16. And then missing on the next attack. Teku. The zombie in front of you is like burning alive essentially, like it's barely holding on. The one that just appeared on your right, you watched it as it just grabs hold of Scully. And Scully starts having a bit of a fit there for a minute, like they just start kind of like convulsing on the spot as this creature is like one hand on her shoulder and the other hand like holding onto her forehead. Eventually Scully like breaks out of whatever it is and pushes the zombie away. But she looks both like exhausted a little bit, like she's just been like fighting her own battle in her head just then. But also a bit shaken.
There. I am going to raise my shield. I'm going to take cover. And instead of doing a melee attack on them, I'm gonna attempt Foxfire to try to avoid that retaliation that they do.
That'll hit. 7 damage.
And that is my turn.
Nice group of ones you rolled there.
I know. Actual question.
Yep.
Because it just occurred to me. just now. Because of how Foxfire works, could I spell strike with Foxfire?
It is a spell, so technically.
Okay, not exactly what I meant, but it's good to know that it can be used as the base for a spell. With that said, I will attack one of the ones that is attacking Dunn, the one down here that says badly injured, with Ophira. Yep. So I assume that it has the same AC as the one that I'm currently fighting.
Yep.
So I'll just roll for it now. At 29, I'm gonna change target and then deal damage. It got the right one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. And that is
Alright.
the true end of my turn.
Done. You have these, like, because of your size, they're kind of like attacking you at the chest, at like chest height essentially, but they're just like clawing at you, but you're also covered in this like thick black smoke that's making it hard to see properly.
Is it like... So... If I got myself bigger one more time, would it follow my head, or would I pop my head out of the smoke?
Technically, yes, you would still be in that area, so yes, you would still be affected by it.
Okay. So is it just on my area? Like, if I move to the side, would it...
It's in that space right there, where the yellow is.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So it is exactly covering you.
Yes.
Would I get half vision if I step half out of it?
I don't really want to do half vision shit.
Okay. So if I took a step this way,
I will say you'll be out of it.
Okay. I need my vision back. There we go. Okay.
I would like to remind you, Scully, that you can use me as cover.
Yes.
Dunk's gonna grab, he's going to combat grab one of this one here. Or, actually, yeah, let's combat grab this one. So... That's damage? He should be grabbed now.
14 damage, you grab him, and then you need to make another fortitude save.
Yep. Okay. Fortitude.
Well done.
Okay. Let's see. So from here...
You just like grab onto him and the crystals kind of like form on your hand a little bit, and you just pull it away, break the crystals, then grab him again.
And with my last turn... Yep, and with my last turn, I throw him.
Yay!
Off the side! This way.
Alright. Make your athletics check.
Does assurance work?
It will.
Oh, then I just insurance it.
Succeed, so you throw him 10 feet plus 5 plus, so...
It's 30, I believe.
Okay, 30 feet. Oh, you just throw him off the cliff.
Deserved.
He just picked up and thrown, and you watch it just goes lobbing over the side and just tumbles down, disappearing into the clouds.
I'm assuming it is effectively dead as far as we are concerned.
As far as you know, it is dead.
Fair enough.
I mean, even if it is undead, I don't assume many things can withstand the impact of falling from up here.
And even if it did, it would take a hot-ass minute for it to get back up here.
Gravity
is
is
done.
Yep, that was my turn.
Alright. This one's going to wander over to Carmen.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Carmen!
Give Carmen a little boop on the nose. And then miss horribly. This one will continue to wail on you.
Yep.
Will hit. Alright, she will reload her crossbow, fire, and miss. Reload and fire again, and miss.
Damn!
It's fine. My NPC is just never going to help you guys, apparently.
Apparently not.
One miss. Two miss. Three miss. And see how much damage he takes. He's dead.
Hey.
Yay!
Nice.
Alright, coming. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna show their art because I like their art.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
Oh, that is neat.
That is sick! Oh my god.
That is.
So yeah, so they're these zomboid frostbitten creatures that are just covered in this black smoke, and every time you strike them, these black crystals explode out of them.
Mad
but
props
Gavin,
to
what would
the
you like to
artists.
do?
They went hard on it.
They did.
You see here, it's just loading back in because the internet had a hiccup, but it's not taking too long. I should be back there in a second. There we go. 10 feet free movement.
I will say I appreciate this song's ability to constantly be ramping up but not sound as annoying as the Infinite Mario Staircase.
Yes.
I know they're immune, but that's how I reload.
Good way to describe it.
Psychotic turtles and NK Surge say hi.
Hello.
Oh no, hi!
Hello.
How you doing?
Are you guys here to get on my ass?
We're nearly done.
Hey, we're nearly done.
Okay, shoot.
And it's
Scully's been doing well with all those crits.
Yeah!
There's only 3 left, and I'm assuming one's about to go off a cliff anyway.
Yeah.
If not, I'm gonna blow it up. My turn.
We're on a bridge?
Okay, maybe not blow it up that directly.
Alright. Anything else coming?
There's mine.
Yeah,
No, that'll
Scully.
be it for my turn.
Alright, so target this guy. And I'm just gonna bare hand strike it with Alchemist Fire.
Another crit.
Just rolling all with 20s.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's go!
She took
Oh,
the
that
party's
damage.
20s.
Is it still? Yeah, it's
Two
still
and
alive.
a one. You rolled a 2
I'm
and a 1
sorry.
on your damage dice.
Yeah, I
Well,
saw,
that's the dice's
sadly.
fault, not yours.
I just chuck another Alchemist Fire at its face. Damn it!
You get the splash at least.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's also
Nice.
persistently on fire now.
Yeah. And I chuck one last Alchemist Fire. Yeah.
Once again, you get the splash.
Okay, he's almost
Golly.
dead. That's my turn. Yes.
I told you to take cover.
I am taking cover. I'm behind you.
No,
You need
it's
to
an
do action
actual
to take cover.
action.
Oh!
Yep, too late now.
Yep.
Oops.
Too late now.
Skullman!
No, you deal with the consequences of your actions.
Alright. Oh, it's my favorite friend. He lunges and grabs Scully again.
Oh,
Hi.
Scully, you are once again whisked back into the cave. You see the snake-like creature that you saw on the bridge earlier, sitting on a rock, kind of like waving you in with his horrific, like, grin. Only now his mouth goes, like, all the way up to where his ears would be on a person. You suddenly pushed past him by something and brought deeper into this, like, red-stained cave, where you see this towering figure in the shadows, its blue piercing eyes on you. As you look around, you see multiple other undead all dropping to their knees and beginning to, like, worship it. Getting down onto, like, their head and slamming it into the snow as they begin to
Jesus.
chant this creature.
No thank you.
Can I have another will save, please?
You may.
$32. Scully,
Yeah?
you feel your knees buckle and you also drop in front of this creature.
Would you like
No!
But
to...
just as you're, but
Can I
just
use my
as you're
hero?
about to...
hold on.
Okay,
Go
let
ahead.
me finish. Probably don't want to waste it on
Yeah,
it.
okay.
I will let you know you succeeded. You just didn't crit succeed this time.
Okay, I understand.
Just as you're about to also drop up and give praise to this creature, the name Blightfrost echoing in your mind, you finally get the strength to snap out of it and push the zombie away from you again.
Yay.
So, I'm not seeing the zombie roll to grab Scully.
Nope, he just does it. The will save is what Scully has.
Oh!
The dude can just do
Oh!
this.
Understood!
It's not an attack, it's a will save because it's a mental thing. So Teku, once again you watch this thing just grapple onto Scully, who begins to fidget and fit. Only this time, whatever is going on between Scully and this figure, it didn't look like it went as well as it went last time. As you see Scully kind of like a buckling and almost getting down onto one knee in front of the creature before shoving it off her.
Kill it quickly.
Yeah?
Not a fan. Not a fan of that.
Also not a fan of that.
Alright. Oh, here we go, I finally helped.
Hey!
Oh, finally.
Yay!
Clap,
Can she
clap,
do it
clap,
again?
clap, clap.
Yep. Let's see if she can do this first.
Oh, fair.
Okay, she's
Oh, she's fine.
Cool.
Yay!
Second attack. She misses by 1. And she misses again. Oh well.
She did something this
Alright.
time, kinda.
Well, seeing as, he just gets to grab,
Yes.
I am going to spell strike.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
This burning figure of darkness in front of you, just rapidly breaking apart as it burns alive. But even as you draw your weapon to attack, it doesn't look at you, Teku, and just has its eyes, or what would be its eyes, fixated on Scully.
Leave me alone.
Let's go. Where's my spell strike down here?
I'm not in-
strike, disarming, chronomancer, 3 wounds. Reactive. I'll just click spell strike up here. How do I give myself the thing? Because I thought it would be on that.
Is it in your
It's
actions?
been a while.
I did just click the action one, but it's Spell strike, recharge. Many credit.
Shielding strike.
I'm not seeing how to give myself the condition for spell strike, and I'm very confused about it. It used to have a thing here in the description that I just dragged onto myself, but I don't see it anymore. Fuck it, I'll just roll to attack and then roll my
Yeah, I
cantrip.
don't know. I can't find it anywhere.
Cool,
Oh, nice.
cool. And then I will roll my cantrip for... what the fuck is it? Ignition, as always.
Alright.
Cast at melee range. Roll damage.
He'll take double damage because it's a crit. But it was a melee hit, so one more fortitude save before he dies.
Yup.
Ooh,
I'll
failure.
take it.
Alright. You will take 16 damage and become
And-
drained 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
Your health
So
and
until you
vitality
get-
have been depleted. As if you've lost blood, life force, or some other essence. Drained always. Chatto.
Essentially, your max HP has been lowered until you get a rest to get
Yeah,
rid
you
of the
have
drained
to sleep
effect.
for that.
Ah.
Alright, done.
Okay.
Uh, Before I finish, I will with
Target the
Ophira.
one that's the woman. Because I'm about to throw the one that I'm targeting.
All right. With Ophira, I will target the one that is next to the woman with a foxfire. Missing. So that'll be my turn.
Okay.
You okay
Combat
there, Scully?
breath.
Assuming pretty good.
Up.
Yay! Thank you.
Okay, fortitude
Yep.
save for you done.
Yep.
Just scroll up a little bit.
Oh, what the heck? Okay. That's weird.
Alright.
Lightly
so
slap
he'll take
Scully.
four-
You okay?
I'm good.
I'm guessing he's going off the cliff.
Yep, he's
How's your
going off the
mental?
cliff.
My brain is alive.
You grab it
I'll
and just
explain later.
throw it over your shoulder. It tumbles through the air and goes right off the cliff after the second one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to attack. I guess. No, I'll just straight up attack this one.
Okay.
Yep.
That'll hit.
Ready for the fortitude is where?
Ooh, no, I want to do that. There we go.
There.
Just above your stuff.
Oh, I finally
Ooh,
failed.
Hell yeah. So you'll take 14 damage
Take
and become drained 1.
Fair enough.
Alright. The archer will try and prove herself. She will reload. She will aim her crossbow. And
She'll
she'll
fail.
fucking miss. And then just an action to reload again.
It's really windy today.
Yeah.
She's gonna have to give herself a pep talk
Fear
in the
don't
mirror
work, but
later.
it's how I do. And let's see. Post away, and that's a nat
Critical
20.
Nice.
And that's it.
It failed and will become stunned.
Next
Never crit.
oh, so, yep.
And it will die.
Yeah.
Alright.
Should
As
we,
the last one drops to the ground, you look around, and it does not. They do not show any signs of getting back up. Those that are on
Ruckus.
fire eventually kind of like just burn away into nothingness from the chemical fires that's coating their body. The other two just kind of stink into the snow a little bit as they continue to get piled on.
should we roll them off the cliff? Feels very
Rest in peace.
disrespectful, but
It's called a sky burial.
I go back to regular size. I ask the captain if she's okay.
She gives a nod and kind of like looks at you, seeing like the ice crystals forming on your hand where you grab that creature, and it's just like, how are you feeling?
A little drained, but it'll be. I'll be fine after some rest.
I
We're
just want
alive.
to try something. Let me know if this causes Dun to you guys to freak out for Dun.
Alright. And it's going through the thing still.
yeah, I think
Okay,
it's still
so I
going
forget.
to a past one.
Okay, I think it's the enlarged spell that's causing it.
Ah,
We'll have to figure out.
Yeah. Because I tried grabbing a new version of it and it's still freaking out, so.
ah.
That sucks.
Alright. You're rolling them off the cliff.
Yes.
If the the guards are okay with that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Way upside down.
You hit Shift G.
That's the weird thing is I didn't hit nothing.
Oh wow. It
weird.
was taking. I'm apparently lagging because it barely just
Yeah.
done grow.
Yeah.
I've fucking closed
I'm
it
lagging
because
as well.
I'm reloading my world because it's really freaked out after that large growth. It did
Alright,
not like that.
going to go ahead and reload myself then, if it's an everyone issue.
Yeah. I just saw him grow and I'm like, that?
Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, that should have happened a while ago.
Downloading world data. Please wait. Everyone, please enjoy the throbber. Anywho, yes, I know that topology is ridiculously and deceptively difficult, but you went to school for it.
Yes. I do know it. I theoretically could. To be fair, my specialty was mostly mineralogy and not so much topology, but I did take a lot of classes with topology.
I assume that mineralogy still has a lot to do with topology, simply because you have to know at what
Yeah.
depths and heights certain minerals format.
Yes.
So, my point
I
stands
think Forge
valid.
just crapped itself.
Yeah?
I think Forge has just straight up crapped itself, so
Alright, I guess.
guess we can call it here, but if you want to role play out what Scully went through, you can.
Sure.
How about next time?
Sure thing.
Make sure
Thank
to make
you.
no,
Yeah,
no,
works.
no, hang on. You either do it right now or you take notes.
I do take notes.
You fucking better, because
I do.
Because that's gonna be the opener to next session.
I understand.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my world's just fucked. I can't even get back in.
Fair
All
enough.
right.
That sucks.
Well, thank you for joining us, stream.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, we get a recap of what Scully went through.
creepy thing in my brain.
Yeah, but you gotta do it in character.
I will. I got this.
Yay. Alright, thanks for joining us, chat. We'll see you all next time.
Later.
Bye.